Hey y'all, so happy Thursday. This is the first live of Thursday in December. If you don't know, I am going live 3 days a week. In December, I'm doing a live Sunday, a live Tuesday, and a live on Thursday. If you are a part of my newsletter, then you know that. If you're not a part of my newsletter, I'm going to leave a link in the description and strongly encourage you to sign up for it because I told everybody Tuesday, I believe, I shared 3 updates. So yeah, what I'm going to do, if you are not subscribed to my newsletter currently and you want to be subscribed, I'm going to, like I said, leave a link in the description, and I'm going to set it up so that if you are new to my newsletter, you will retroactively get the newsletter that I sent out Tuesday so you can be in the know on all the updates. Hey Lolo, hey Mary. So Thursdays is all about rest and rest support. So I am at a, and I'm outside, y'all. I'm literally in the middle of my walk. And that's one thing that we're gonna be talking about today, walking. So if you hear little nuggets and you hear people, it's all fine and good because I'm outside. But the lives that I wanted to do Thursday were about rest and the things that I have been doing in this journey that I'm on to rest well. So, to rest well. So, I am learning how to work from a place of rest. So, if you don't know, over the last several years, I have gone through chronic fatigue and emotional exhaustion, and it has been so debilitating at points that I was not able to work at all. Like the best that I could do in any given day is shower, if that. And so the Lord walked me through a process of learning how to rest well. It's my body had to learn how to rest well. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you've ever experienced a situation where you're resting, but you can't really rest because everything that's happening in your reality is playing in your mind. So you're sitting down trying to watch Netflix, but you're thinking about, okay, I need to clean this, I need to call this person, I need to schedule this appointment, I need to do this thing at work because I need to do this first so I can do this second and do that third. And so you can't really rest. And so you are resting, but your mind is still going. And the Lord had to show me how to stop doing that and rest well. So at the end of, I don't, like the last quarter of 2024, the Lord told me to come out of hiding. So all of this year, I have been trying to figure out what it looks like to come, not just come out of hiding, but to come out of hiding in a way that I am working restfully. Because I don't know exactly, but it was either in 2017 or 2018, the Lord gave me a word that I needed to rest peacefully and work restfully. And so what does it look like for me coming out of hiding and actually doing the things that require, work for me, showing up for myself, showing up for my community, me being in community with other people. And that's something that I talked about in my newsletter. So be sure to just subscribe to my newsletter. But today is all, Thursdays in December will be about rest support. So the things that I'm doing in my journey to help me rest peacefully and then work restfully. One thing is walk. When I tell you walking has changed my life, and I say that, and I know it sounds so trendy right now because people do 10K walk challenges, 20K walk challenges, walking paths, walk to lose the weight. I get it. But there's something spiritual about walking. Because when I think back to Genesis, I think about how the Lord was walking with Adam in the garden. So it's something so spiritual about walking. That is one of the first things. If I think about the beginning of this journey for me, where the Lord was kind of rebuilding me, one of the first things that I was doing consistently was walking. So even on days where I was fatigued and I wasn't brushing my teeth. Look, y'all, when I tell you I had chronic fatigue, I wasn't playing. When I tell you I had emotional exhaustion, I'm not playing. If we're going to be honest, we have to be honest. Even on days where I was not brushing my teeth, the Lord would give me just enough energy where I could, and hopefully y'all can hear me okay, because they doing some yard work, because like I said, I'm outside. Just enough energy to go out and walk. And I would walk and I would talk to myself and I would talk to the Lord, and I would talk to the Lord about like the stuff that was happening. I would talk to the Lord about the feelings that I was feeling. If I was sad about something, like even on this walk today, I found myself walking and crying because I realized it was stuff that I was grieving in my heart, that I kind of halfway surrendered to Him, but I was trying to think through how I could think through my emotions around it. And so I was walking and I was crying and I was grieving, and I was like, oh, I'm grieving. Oh, Lord, I'm grieving, and I haven't fully let you in on it. I've intellectually let you in on it, but I haven't like emotionally let you in on it. I haven't told you why I'm grieving. Like, I'm grieving because I feel like this. I'm angry because I feel like this. I'm tired of being angry about this. So it's like it has opened me up. And I don't know if y'all have seen the first, because I only have two YouTube shorts right now. That is my wake and walk journey, and I have a few more shorts that will go into that short series. But if you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that, and I will leave a link to that, a playlist to that short series in my description box. But walking legitimately changed my life. Walking, it's like something about the walking helped me to learn how to process with the Lord, not to intellectualize it in my brain, but to actually like figure out the language around it and label it. Yes, Lolo, it's a chance to get out in God's creation and notice all His beauty. Truly, there have been so many moments where it's just like, the scriptures like, if don't nobody praise the Lord, the rock's gonna cry out. There have been so many moments where I have just been, even today, I was like, Lord, I thank you for the birds. I thank you for the trees. I thank you for the grass. And I used to say stuff like that because it sounded good. But I say it now because when I'm out and I'm walking and I'm in God's creation, I realize that when I'm walking by trees and the trees are blowing, like the trees in this moment are giving praise to you, Lord. The grass in this moment is giving praise to you. Like, so I'm literally having worship, not in the traditional sense that we think about worship where we just singing and clapping, but I'm literally in nature giving you worship because I am in a congregation with nature and we are all thinking about you, being grateful to you, singing your praises right now. And so if you are, and I'll say this, I feel like I have been gravitating towards women and women have been gravitating towards me, where the Lord has sent them on a sabbatical of rest, whatever that looks like, and He is reinserting them back into life and work, but in a different capacity. So how you worked then, how you lived then that's not what's happening now. And He's giving us ways and strategies in which to work differently, to live differently, and He's like sending us a community to work and live in that capacity. So I guess the prayer that I've been having for myself is, Lord, please don't let me miss it. Please don't let me miss the community of the women that you have us on like similar journeys, and help me to get out of my own way. Help me to not be so accustomed to feeling so tired and feeling so energetically drained, where I'm not taking a step forward and allowing myself to go out and meet women. Because that was my truth for a while. Like, if I was too tired to do something, I'm not going to no community group session. I'm not going to no community meeting. I'm not doing none of that. Hey, Ashley. Hey. Hey, Mary. Hold on. What'd you say, Mary? Think through. Yes, like you're thinking through your emotions just to think through it, like to connect the dots for yourself, but you're not connecting the dots or just talking to the Lord about the dots you connected. Because it's one thing to know you feel a way, but you can't label how you feel. Then you talk through it to like, why am I feeling like this? And you figure out how you feel, and then you end it there. No. You don't end it there. You then talk to the Lord, like, Lord, this is how I feel, and this is honestly how I feel. Because on the walks, me talking to the Lord, I don't want to, Lord, Holy Spirit, how do I say this part? The moments where I have we know scripture that the Lord is near the brokenhearted. I have felt the Lord so near me in moments where I have been so honest with him, not wrapped up in this sounds so bad, but in moments where I have been like, Lord, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm angry at you, I'm angry at the situation, I'm confused, Lord, I don't even know why I feel like I feel, I just know I feel some way. The moments where I have figured out what I'm feeling and have talked to the Lord and have allowed the brokenheartedness, allow God to intersect me at that brokenheartedness, I felt so near him, like truly near him. And so I said all of that to say that as you are on your own journey of resting well and then working from a place of rest, please do not forsake walking. Like I said, walking is not just something that you do to be physically active. It actually is something spiritual. It's a reason that the Lord saw it fit to say in the Bible that he walked with Adam in the garden. And I don't know where you are in your journey of rest and your journey. I don't know where you are. But if you are where I was a few years ago, where it was so hard to get out of the bed, and the only thing that I could do was walk. If you are at a place where you are kind of where I am, I'm feeling better. I'm still navigating through. I still have moments where, 2 or 3 days with a chronic fatigue will jump on my back and I need to step back. Do not forsake walking. Do not forsake the practice of walking. Do not forsake the practice of walking and talking to the Lord. Don't disconnect him. Please don't disconnect him. Don't just walk just to get steps in. Walk and talk to the Lord. And it doesn't always have to be 30-minute prayers or 30-minute conversations. It could be 5 minutes. It could just be you saying, Lord, thank you for this. Or Lord, I'm grieving this. Or Lord, help me figure out how to navigate this. Just allow the Lord to be in this process with you. I will say this, because not only do on Thursdays do I want to talk about rest and the things that I'm doing to support my rest, I actually want to give y'all things that I'm using to do that. So one thing that I invested in when I really started to get down and walking is some trekking poles. Because your girl will walk, and I will walk for so long. I will walk for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours straight, and my fingers at the end of my walks would be so swollen because I would walk with my hands down, and even when I would move my hands, the blood would pool in my fingers, and it didn't feel the best. It would be hard for me to take my rings off and put them back on. So if you are a person who you really about to get into this walking in like a deep capacity, because sometimes I'll be like, I'm gonna walk for 30 minutes and then look up and it's 3 hours because me and the Lord have been talking for that long. But I got some trekking poles and it changed the game. Not only does I love it because it helps keep my arms active. I'm walking with one today, but I normally walk with both of them. It helps to keep my arms active, which I love because I'm engaging more of muscle mass. And when you gauge more muscle mass when you're moving, you just burn more calories naturally. Just because you're engaging more muscles. That's the exercise scientist in me jumping out. But also what finger swelling? what, and then on time, because there are times where I start walking and I'm feeling good at the beginning of the walk, but at the end, I didn't rest by 4.5 miles, and it catches me when I tell you I be leaning on these sticks to get me back to the car, to get me back to the beginning of the trail, and it game changer. So as you are walking, get you some trekking poles or even a big stick, you know, because that's what Granny and them used to do when they used to go walking and need to fight off dogs. And just a big stick that you find around, grab that, because I promise you, you're gonna love that your upper body is still moving when you're walking, and you're gonna like that your fingers ain't getting swole. Okay, well, that's all that I have for Tamika. Hey, how you doing? That's all I have for this Thursday's rest support. I will see you again on Sunday. Also, do not forget, I'm going to leave a link in the description with my newsletter. I just sent out a lot of updates on Tuesday. If you want to get all of those updates as well, subscribe to the newsletter and I will retroactively send you that email. I will see you Sunday, where we will be doing some co-working. And that's all I have. If you have any questions, those of you who are in here right now, any questions, any comments, go ahead and drop them down before we get off. And you know what? One thing that I am grateful for is that I live in Houston. So do y'all see the sun? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see that the sky is blue and not gray? Because we're not gonna act like seasonal depression we ain't gonna act like it's not a real thing. It's a real thing. When you don't get sun and the sky is gray and it's cold outside and you inside, let me also say that if you are one of my sisters that you live up north, because I lived in Detroit for 5 years, and you like, girl, what you talking about walking? It's cold. I get it. I get it. Do what you need to get a walking pad, get a treadmill, go walk outside. Because even when I lived in Detroit, I was walking outside if I could. Now, if the roads weren't paved, no. But if the snow wasn't that good, wasn't that high, and I could walk without slipping. But I tell you one thing, the Lord told us to move to Houston, and I know why. Because the Lord really does be working things together for your good. The Lord knew that I would be in this, not only this season of resting and healing and trying to rebuild my business, because that's essentially what working looks like for me right now. I'm rebuilding my business back up. He knew that I would need this sun like this. The Lord be knowing. So you really have to like pray and ask God, is this you? Where you want me to be? Where you want me to live? Because even down to your area code, the zip code that you live, the Lord cares about. The Lord cares about. Okay, let's see. Tell me what you put on your hair, please. You have alopecia. I'm so sorry about that. So what do I put on my hair? I keep my hair routine very, very simple. I'm actually planning on sharing more products that I use for myself on one of my Thursday lives this month. But what I have in my hair right now is sweet almond oil, it's a 10 leave-in conditioner, you know, the blue bottle. It's a 10 leave-in conditioner, and I have some, I think, Miss Jessie's flaxseed gel. This is what this twist out is brought to you by. Yeah, I will link those products in the description as well. Indulgence is the key. Hey girl, hey. You in Houston too? Yes. For all my Houston girls, let me know. We can do a group walk. We really can. We really can. So I'm not gonna keep you any longer. I have walked for 2.5 miles. I'm gonna walk for another probably 2.5 miles. So thank y'all for joining me today. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Tuesday, and until Sunday, you're welcome, Tamika. Until Sunday, bye. Okay, I'm still learning all of this, so I gotta figure out how to end. I think just right here. Okay, yeah. All right, bye.